to map number 1, Last Refuge, to begin our series. Sock starting with an instant expansion, perhaps, and Happy showing up with a DK Ghoul Harass. This could be painful for Sock right away. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. The DK should steal at least one of the last hits here, maybe even 2. Yeah, Archmage has to back up. Has to back up. He knows he's going to lose too much here. Instant expansion doesn't work. At least he got the item. At least he got the XP of the big boy. But this expansion doesn't exactly seem to work out. Happy's willingness to instantly be aggressive working out very well. And I gotta say, Sock's opening creep route a bit on the questionable side. Thank you, Barabulkas, with the 5 gifties. TY, THX. Many races don't want to play instant harass because you have to creep a little bit. With Undead, it's different. The DK is very good at instant harass because, of course, also you can easily steal last hits with the coil. And he is kind of okay just playing on level 1 only for a while. Sock will try again with the expansion. We have the 4th farm coming. And at least Sock didn't lose too much yet. He's probably going to lose the footy right here. The DK is thirsting for kills. As we know, Frostmourne is always hungry. Double claws for the AM. It's taking the DK a long time to actually get this kill. There we go. Gets it now. It's level 2. Ghouls were creeping simultaneously. Oh, and that's going to be the first ghoul kill of the game. He got the experience as well. Sock. Bring in the peasant. What? Peasants? What are the peasants doing here? A couple of ghouls were taken out. But this is a late expansion. Expansion should still finish in the end. But it's a big delay. Happy use up all of his Rod of Necromancy. So the pressure here will subside with the skellies expiring. Going for a tower first. Thank you, Randius, with a 42-month resub. And another ghoul goes down. Happy seemingly losing these ghouls a bit more recklessly than perhaps we're used to seeing. And now the expansion will come. But it is delayed. Delayed quite noticeably. And the peasant goes down. More militia from the main. Peasant count in the main is looking really good. So the tier 2 for Sock should still be fairly quick. Can perhaps even start it on the way to finishing the expansion. And now the AM is very close to 3. A level he desperately needs. And the DK, look at that. He's only barely level 2. Oh, 6th round. Gets the footy right away. Alright, alright. Happy flexing a bit. And tier 2 starts. On the tier 3. Following right away. Expansion is up. And Soccer's in the dark. Doesn't know where Happy is. He's staying back for now. Lumber mill. Towers. Happy now. Very close to level 3. He also found some claws for his lich. Happy will go for tier 3 timing. We know that for certain. And so does Sock. He has to get ready. He has to get towers and secure his bases, but he also needs to get a speed detector tier 3 and build a decent army at some point. And surviving for long enough against the onslaught of Happy, that is the big difficulty that almost nobody can manage. Sock at the moment very light on towers, but he knows Frenzy is still a ways off. That's when he has to get ready. That's when he has to be ready. when Frenzy is up. Here comes the Lich. The Footies now will have a much tougher time. Second barracks, getting ready for mass knights, and now more towers. So has to start tier 3 right away. Needs to get to castle as quickly as possible.
A player's forces are under attack.
Busy at the moment with the harass. Putting some good damage on the statue. That's valuable. But must not forget the tech. Must not forget the tech. Wait. He's not going rifles, is he? Workshop already? Where's the tech sock? He's not teching. Bro, what is going on here?
A player's forces are under attack.
Sock is not teching. Not yet, anyways. Maybe he feels like Happy's attack is hitting too soon. Tier 3 will be too late. Maybe he's trying to stabilize here now on tier 2. And then go tier 3 later. MK coming. But no gyros yet. Frenzy and Destroyer. Both in research. And Happy's bringing a bunch of ghouls. Well, it's not that many ghouls actually. It's only 3 ghouls. Go under the timing on the guard tower. At least this one. The other one's still taking a little bit longer. So has to buy a bit more time. DK is chasing after the Footies. Almost lost a ghoul. And Sock is able to buy some more time. Now the MK's here. Tier 2 only. Gyro's coming. Can't go Knights, obviously. Doesn't seem to want to go Rifles either. Interesting game. Okay, I'm taking lots of damage. There's a heal potion for him. He's gonna need it. There we go. Heal pod used. Can go for clarities as well. 4th tower at the expansion. Gyro's coming, and now Sock is going tier 3. Interesting. And Happy felt like he didn't have enough to break the expansion. Sock not in the worst position here. And a good creep jack. Happy gets the item, and it's a good one. Ancient Django. But Sock can pick off plenty of ghouls. He got 1 and 2, and that's a 3rd. Oh, and almost a 4th. Happy struggling a bit here. Oh, Dreadlord 3rd. The 2nd time today we see a Dreadlord. And that is an unusual choice. If you want to break a human, you either go Pit Lord or Dark Ranger. Dreadlord would indicate a late game attempt. And going Temple of the Damned. Carrion Swarm first against the Gyros. Okay, interesting. So Happy may want to go counter expansion at some point. This, of course, will be attempted to deny by Sock. Dreadlord with a fast level 2. Going sleep and carry. Dreadlord, a hero, can be super strong in the late game, but does need time. He does need levels. And ideally also some mana items. Sock now stable on 2 bases. But his heroes are very weak. Happy still has all map control out in the open. Happy is still much, much, much stronger. He's abusing that right now by creating as many camps away from the human as he can. So he's getting rich, but at the moment not getting really stronger on his heroes. May have to go for the red camp here, go for the scraps. No items to be gotten, but at least experience. Ankh of Reincarnation could be good, especially if you get like Stormbolt Knights around it or something like that. And Happy's levels are starting to look very impressive. He's going to be level 433 really soon.
Player's forces are under attack.
Big item. Best one obviously would be the pipe. Helm of Valor. I think that's not too bad on the Dreadlord either. Bit more damage. Bit more HP and stuff. And there we go. Dreadlord 3. Now we got the level 2 Carrion. And that makes life difficult for the Gyros. Sock still in no upkeep.
A player's
He's
forces
starting to
are
transition
under
into
attack.
inner fire rifles. Yo! Somebody called Todd over in Vegas. It's inner fire rifle time, baby. Don't the rifles just get kind of annihilated by the Nova Carrier? That's a lot of AoE damage. It is, of course, good against Banshees. The Knights get countered quite a bit by Banshee possession. But honestly, Curse and AMS might also not be too bad against rifles, but of course nowadays you can disable AMS. It's going to be an interesting interaction. Sock is taking forever to creep these camps because his creeping is still very slow. Happy has been soaking up the map like mad. Ring +4 for the Dreadlord, that's really good. He gave him thingy, ring +5 on the DK. Happy stacking up on items. Another claws for the Lich. And there's still the Merc camp up here. Happy's an upkeep, by the way. Happy knows he's got way less gold, but he's going to try to be much more cost efficient. That is the plan. Through stronger heroes, through better fighting, he wants to be more cost efficient in the end. And simply stronger in terms of army and heroes. Dreadlord level 4, by the way, is also a big level up. Every level up on the Dreadlord, that's a really cool thing about him, is a big level up. Every single one. I guess you can kind of disregard the aura, but the first 7 levels are huge. I guess on level 8, the Dreadlord starts to fall off. But yeah, that it would be, you know, a bit crazy. Sort of accuracy, by the way. Happy doesn't have a huge ranged army, but it's an interesting army. Frenzy Ghouls, Destroyers, and Banshees. Didn't want to go Fiends, because he feels like the Knights counter them too well, perhaps. Very cool. Unusual armies. Inner Fire Rifles and Mortar Teams versus Frenzy Ghouls, Banshees. MK does have Clap, which he will certainly need. I think it's going to be very important how quick Sock is going to be with a Dewspool against the sleep. Because a well-timed sleep can make a big difference. A supply on Sock. His army's about to max out. He's got an Orb of Fire as well. But the Pally is a bit under-leveled. Wait. Oh, the Pally actually found the Linehorn. That's super cool. So he still has Divine Shield, but also the aura from the item. And almost all the creeps are gone. Dreadlord gonna get level 4 here. Happy's full mana. 4 levels. Lich has plus 18 damage. Dreadlord is tanky. So is the DK. And we got auras on Happy's side. I think Happy has the better heroes. But Sock may have the better, bigger army. And especially better upgrades. I would love to see a wagon. Wagon with Disease Cloud to just poke at the human army from range. Expansion, by the way, only now finishing. And in we go. Stormbolt, Nova, Carrion Swarm. Big damage. Heal Scrolls will, of course, be necessary. MK getting slept, trying to be disabled as much as he can, but there's some dispel against it as well. Frag shots against the Banshees doing good damage. Big damage. Carrion Swarm and Nova again. It seems to be a lot about the mana. DK taking lots of damage. He's got the Ankh still. Supply-wise, Sock is in the lead. But let's not forget about the mana. Let's not forget about the spells. Dreadlord is dry. Dreadlord, very hurt indeed. Anti-magic still protecting him. Which has more Nova. Happy has lost a lot. Has lost much more. Sock perhaps on his way to the 1-0 lead. Beautiful with the healing. The whole light was there just in time. The level 2 Holy here is a huge upgrade. And the inner fire is so strong on the rifles. 2 rifles with inner fire. PK with the heal pot. Survives for a bit longer, but Happy's army is gone. Happy's army has vanished. Trying to fight on with only the heroes. Can that be enough? Mortar teams surprisingly tanky with those 2 upgrades. Again, the auras so good. The buffs so good. Carrion though, double kill. Lich in trouble. There is 1 coil. Uses it to save the Lich. Happy fighting on. but he's down by 20 supply. And now the Brilliance Aura is so helpful. Lots of mana sustain on the entire human army. I wonder if TeD is watching. Inner fire rifles, TeD, baby. What do you say? Poking from range. Happy knows he can't engage into a full fight anymore, but maybe from range with Coil Nova, there's still things possible. Not quite enough for the kill. Expansion now, getting pressured. Sok even trying for a third base, but Happy scouting it right away. That one was prevented. The expansion for Sok is running out sort of soon. Sort of. Happy certainly has more statues. If Happy gets triple level 5, who knows what can happen. Thank you Randius and Snack for the resub, and Budcrumbs for gifting a sub to Taker. Expansion is gone. Oh, one Banshee. Lost for free. The game's not over yet. You can never underestimate Happy. Sok has learned this lesson many times. And there we go. Coil Nova can find targets. But so can the Stormbolt. This Banshee is also dead. Trying to go for the Archmage. Happy's trying to force the TP here, it seems like. Carrion, Nova, Coil finds some kills. But there's so many units in the human army, it might be too many. MK level 4, super strong. Even some knights now being added in at some good normal damage against the hero specifically. And the mortar teams from range, look at the damage. Nicely upgraded. And of course the inner fire. The inner fire that is so good for the bonus armor. Happy's trying what he can with the nukes from long range, but he doesn't have enough mana. And there's too much sustain on the human side. It seems like one wagon. Dude, one wagon. I'm telling you. One wagon with Disease Cloud would have been so good. I guess now it's simply too late. Now Happy's probably too far behind. But if he had had a wagon like 5 minutes ago, I think that could have made a big difference. And now a third base is getting set up. This is why Sok is pushing here mainly. Trying to buy the time for the third base, which should be the final nail in the coffin. Sok's still fairly close. Oh, one hit from the Lich and one coil is enough to one-shot a priest, apparently. Oh, Lich though! Whew, almost went down. Now we have an A-bomb. But the downside of A-bombs is they have to be in front, and they can get targeted down very easily. Happy's still fighting on. Happy still has lots of gold. He was in no upkeep this whole time. Stormbolt on the A-bomb. And you can see the damage it's taking. That's why I think A-bombs are not the best choice here necessarily. I suppose they soak up some damage. Or cannibalize would be super cool. Heat up the A-bombs cheaply. The statues, Happy's trying to win the mana war, but of course also the AM's providing the brilliance. We have some destroyers now. A counter to the inner fire. But this is where more gyros should be getting made. I'm surprised to not see more, in fact. See more Hoffman. Lich taking the damage. Oftentimes the Archmage doesn't get in range for the Orb of Fire. That's a difficulty with rifles. Sometimes the AM is behind the rifles and then the orb doesn't connect. I think I would like to see a second orb on the MK.
A player's forces are under attack.
Because Sok does have the gold. Could even go for some safety parry-outs. By a parry-out in the Archmage to protect him against the nuke. Alright, third base is up. Expansion for Sok, about to expire. He's got lots of gold. Now we have Disease Cloud. It's hard for the A-bomb to get into the back and spread the disease. Continue continuous tug of war here. Happy's looking for a weak point. Looking for an opening. But Sock isn't presenting much. Lich has lots of mana now, by the way. Paladin is rather dry. Sock may want to go for some more clarities. Maybe build a shop here. Like setting up bases. That's the most important thing. Not to run out of gold. And Happy hasn't been getting much kills. Like I said earlier, if you had triple level 5, who knows what would be possible here still. One Night Falls. It's a bit more experience. Lich almost level 5. Almost. Happy's not giving it up. The Water Elementals again giving more experience. Lich is almost there. Dude, if Happy wins this game, that would be so insane. Oh, can you imagine the balance wine? If Happy wins this game. It would be glorious. Where is the wagon? Bro, one wagon would have been so good. Now we got the double A-bombs. Soccer has established another expansion with the towers on both sides. 2 base income still. It was expensive, but now he's got it. Take a butt crumbs, giving us up to Shroud. DK, by the way, got level 5. I kind of missed it. Full mana, level 5 Lich. But Sock is stacking up on heal scrolls, as he should. Expansion spotted. 1 tank could put an end to this expansion, potentially. Tanks coming yet. A-bomb is walking over, trying to deal with the harass. Sock continuously with a back and forth here. Nova, Carrion, 1 more kill. Dreadlord needs a few more kills for the level 5. Coil to get more kills. Nova! Oh my god, it's starting to happen. Pally's low mana. Dude, if he wins this game, that would be so insane. No way. No way, bro. No way. One more rifle goes down. Heal scroll too late! Bit of a wasted heal scroll. Dreadlord close to level 5. Still a bit of mining at the expansion. Dude, no way. No way. No freaking way. "25 minutes. And we're not done yet. Where's the tank, though? Why isn't he making a tank? Wouldn't that be so good? I feel like it would. The rifle's really starting to fall off. Especially as the Dreadlord's going to get level 5 soon. The riflemen perhaps have outlived their usefulness. Oh, priests, if they are in front, they're easy to kill. Carrion and Nova could be a double kill. No, only gets the 1. Staff saves the other. But now the Dreadlord 1 or 2 kills away from level 5. Oh, A-bomb. Gonna get dealt with. Sock is putting the pressure on at the expansion. I think Happy has to go back to his expo. Without the expansion, this should certainly be over. I mean, it should have been over for a long time, but it is not yet. Carrying Swarm, that one's a bit wasted, maybe. One falls. Water Elementals dealing with the expansion slowly but surely. Oh! Destroyer goes down. That was a level up somewhere. I heard it. Archmage level 5, I think it was. Yeah, Pally also about to get level 4, by the way. Dreadlord, always low mana, though. Oh! That's level 5. 1 rifle. Did it. Oh my god, dude. The Yaklight's gonna kill the knight. Lol. Kill him! Kill the knight! LOL! Kill the knight with the Acolytes. It's still going on. Somehow, weirdly, this game is still going on. Nova Carrion. Oh my god, the damage! No way. No way, brother. Happy's still alive. There's gonna be a Nerub tower done here. That's a big help. Bro. No. Dude, if Sock doesn't win this game, he's gonna be clinically depressed. There's no way. Oh no. Nova Carrion. DK though. He is hurt. Dude, the Pally's out of mana. This entire human army is gonna die. To the nukes. What the hell? I think if Happy had Infernal, he would win this game right now. But he's far away from Infernal. More rifles. I think he needs Griffins. What Sock needs is Griffins. But he's making more rifles. The rifles, perhaps... Alright. Dude, I don't know if TeD is watching, but if he's watching and Sock loses, I'm gonna get so many spam messages on Discord telling me how bad inner fire rifles are. Oh my god. Is it happening? Expansion though might be going down. Thanks to the rifles and more teams. Oh, but Happy's capitalizing right now here with the army. He's getting a lot of kills. A lot of kills. Oh, that A-bomb goes down. Ooh, Happy kills a bunch of army. Next coil. God. Emotional damage. Bunch of gold still in these gold mines. Happy can re-expand. A lot of towers up here. Sock was wise to put all these towers here. Happy doesn't care. Arcane towers at the moment not targeting perfectly. Mana potion. Arcane tower's gone. No more mana drain. DK is fairly close to 6, but it's not a meaningful level up. Or is it? Is it? I don't think so.
A player's forces are under attack.
Happy on summoning everything. He can re-expand again. Yeah, I think Griffins would have been the play. I think this is the biggest mistake by Sock, the fact that he never went to Griffins. He certainly had the resources to do it. The downside would be that he doesn't have the best upgrades, but honestly, he would have armor upgrades for them, at least. And could get 1 or 2 attack upgrades. Oh my god, it's not over yet. How is this game not over yet? How is this game not over, dude? Tower's falling. That's more experience, by the way. Here comes the TP. Into the middle of everything. DK in front. Nova Carrion was huge. Inner fire now being applied. No destroyers being morphed at the moment. Some rifles falling. Oh my god, the Nova Carrion! Oh my god, the Nova Carrion level 6! Ultimate! What? He can eat these for more mana, I think. They're also soaking up damage. They also give more experience, I think, to the human. Oh, Sock may just have enough. He's taken out the Raise Dead. Going for the DK next. That is almost the kill, but he's got the Ankh. He's coming back with the Ankh. But it was enough for MK level 5. That's a huge level up. Lich in trouble as well. DK is back. But the Stormbolt is locked and loaded. Flies in the DK. Holy Light perhaps for the win. And he goes down. DK falls and Happy taps out. Finally. It took 31 minutes and 20 goddamn seconds. And Sock brings it home. Holy hell. Happy almost did it though. What's the goal difference? 26,000 versus 14,000. It only took a 12,000 gold lead to do it. Oh, baby. That was pretty epic. Well played by Sock. I think it was smart for him to go rifles when he did, knowing about the Banshees. I think he should have transitioned earlier into a few Griffins. Not just pure Griffins, but you know, like 3 or 4. And I was worried for him. Oh, I was worried for him. But nicely done. Well played. Cool game. Very hype. And And that is a great start for our grand final. Sock gets on the board. There were a few people worried in the chat room that Sock might get 4-0'd here. That notion has now been dispelled. And Sock played this quite nicely. Quite nicely. Inner Fire Rifles. Thank God they won. Otherwise, I would have never heard the end from Todd. But yeah, against that Banshee style, Inner Fire Rifles, I think that was the right call. Like I said, I think you should have added in some Griffins in the ultra late. But they weren't needed. Good enough. Alright, Budcrumbs, thank you for gifting a sub to Jabba's wife. Whew. Quite the game. The funny thing is, if Happy had gotten Infernal, he would have won that game. That's pretty crazy. Infernal with level 3 coil, I think that is unbeatable. I think if you have Infernal and level 3 coil and level 5 Lich, I think nothing can stop that. But fortunately for Sock, we didn't quite get there. But the Dreadlord 3rd, very cool. Very, very cool. Alrighty, folks, we are in for a treat here, I hope. Sock took the first map impressively. It was by no means one-sided. Happy made him work super hard for it. Also a great display of how resilient Happy is. Every other undead would have died so much earlier. That was quite beautiful, I have to say. Quite beautiful indeed. Prince Jon Snow, thank you for the resub. Yeah, I said it once before, guys. Please don't balance wine in the chat. It really takes away from the skill and awesome play from these players. And you know, it just sours the whole mood. Please don't do it. Otherwise, we'll have to ban you. And who would want that? Alright, Lich first this time. We have a change of pace. Tidehunters, a very good map for fast expansion. This might be a 2-base, 2-base kind of a game. Even according to Xlord, this game is perfectly balanced, guys, you see? So no reason to complain. Hello, Xlord. I'll be having a good time. Alrighty. Lich not going for the instant expansion. That's something we saw most of the time in the past. Instantly going for the natural creep, expand there right away. But Happy nowadays seems to want to pick up more experience and items first. And these early game items can be very beneficial if you get the right ones. You want the claws, you want the gloves. Lich got the gloves. AM got the ring. Not the best. The main thing you don't want is double ring. And it's the claws, okay. For a second there I was worried. It would be double ring, but nope.
Players' forces are under attack.
The human, of course, a bit faster with the creeping at the start, thanks to Militia. But the peasants are also very vulnerable when they set up the expansion. Oh, Lich got the nuts. Claws and gloves. Not too many peasants here. Sock is pulling back the boys. Keeping them safe in the main. Doesn't want the Lich to show up, have a big Nova. And Happy is proving to have trigger discipline. He's not wasting the Novas, he wants to keep them for a better opportunity. Oh, but this is an easy cancel. That, yep. Yep. That Great Hall has to be cancelled, but if you cancel it early, it's not that expensive. Alright, here come the ghouls. How much damage will it be?
A player's force.
One peasant goes down. The second one will certainly follow. And... oh, tower cancel would be huge. Would be huge. And... that is a cancel. Costs 2 ghouls, but that might be worth it. In the meantime, the expansion is coming on the other side. Oh, the second ghoul was level 3 Archmage. Ooh. This could mean a strong counterattack possibility. And look at the Lich. So hurt already. Needs to use the Ritual Dagger to heal up. Could also go for boots. AM has an experience lead. He's got the level 3. And now, both expansions might be in trouble. Oh, Happy's not sending... I think he should be sending 1 or 2 ghouls over here to harass. But no, he's bringing everything back home to defend right now. And that should be a cancel. Level 2 water elementals. Very strong. Yeah, that is easy enough damage for the cancel. The build time difference... the build time nerf on the Haunted. Again and again, we see it making a huge difference. And again, so here it does. And that might put Sok in the lead. Probably still pretty even. Lich is now going to get level 3. Could get some more rods. I think he should. Is Happy going to tech or not? He's got the lumber to either tech or expand. It is the expansion again. If Sok gets another cancel, he's going to have a big lead. But now against the level 3 Lich with full mana, that's not easy. Footy's begging to get Novad. Or maybe it's the Archmage. Oh, yep, it's the Archmage. AM now 1 Nova and a few right clicks away from dying. He needs a shop badly. Oftentimes we'll see a shop here between the 2 bases. And Happy with the opportunity to return the favor and hurt the economy. That's a lot of ghouls. Arcane Tower being attacked. Where's the Nova? Happy's targeting on the tower. A bit suspicious, but it might work out in the end. Happy has to get this tower. Oh my god, dude. And get it, he does. Lots of mana burnt on the Lich, though. 1 ghoul or even 2 ghouls died as well. There's another one going down. And the peasants are still alive. That's the most important thing. Lich is hunting for an Archmage kill, maybe. Expansion will now finish. What's going on with the tech? Sok is on the way to tier 2. Happy isn't yet. Sok seems to have a real lead here. Tech timing is extremely important in this matchup. But the shop is cancelled. The AM still has to be afraid. He's hiding. He's shivering at the moment. And the Lich isn't done yet. Happy would love to get a fast level 4, get more mana from the ritual, get more kills beyond that, and then reach level 5. And the level 5 Lich can make a huge difference. Ooh, Nova here would be money. Or into the peasants, of course. Again, going for the tower cancel. And, well, there's repair. Lich has 1 more Nova if he uses Dark Ritual. Another ghoul goes down. Great Archmage play. And he does survive 1 more Nova. Lich is hurt. No Ritual Dagger anymore. Nice play by Sok. He's playing this really well defensively. Of course, you will suffer some losses. But he's been able to minimize the damage quite well. Another ghoul goes down. Happy lost a ton of ghouls this game. AM might be close to level 4. Yeah, it's pretty close. He's got more experience than the Lich. This was definitely a good early game for Sok. Stressful and hard, but a good early game. What's the tech difference? Oh my god, it's huge. Huge tech difference. More than a full minute. I would say that gives Sok a big lead. The most important thing on tier 3 is for the human to just survive the frenzy timing. And the faster that your tech is, the better chances you have. Another ghoul goes down. Dude, how many ghouls did he get? AM now 1 kill away from level 4. That is wonderful to have that right away when the MK joins on tier 2. And Sok has the lumber to press the tier 3 button right away. But he's delaying it by a bit. Wants to get the MK first. Alright, there we go. Here comes tier 3. Hardly a delay. Oh, and Happy's tier 2. Seems so late in comparison. That expansion cancel here. This really cemented the strong position for Sok. Lots of Novas on the AM. But Sok is always able to protect his first hero. Oh, that ghoul. That's level 4. Bam! There we go. Level 4 acquired. Lich no heal potion. Oh, imagine if the MK shows up out of nowhere, gets a surprise kill with a Stormbolt. That would be game. If the Lich falls, the game is over.
A player's forces are under attack.
As if he was the king in a game of chess. Happy in a tough position, but not an unwinnable one. He is now stable on 2 bases. Tier 3 has begun. The Lich is not out of control, but he will get level 4 sooner or later, and most likely will be able to get level 5 at some point. But Sok's in a strong position. He's got the double racks, double workshop, Knight's Gyros will be coming. Pally 3rd, soon to join. I think I've never seen Happy lose this many ghouls in the early game. Against a human. There goes another. Dark Ritual. Hello? What? Also Happy perhaps making a few more mistakes than we're used to seeing. Jump on the butt. Thank you. Well, butt crumbs give it the sub, I guess. Thank you. Happy still trying to contest. Get it last hit easily. There we go. And now he's almost level 4. That is maybe another ghoul dying. Oh, no, saves that one. Finally there's a DK. Finally there are coils. That ghoul is still dead. Great play by Sok. Great play by Sok. It's important to remember for us and for Sok, this game is not won yet. This game is far from over. But he has a lead. Happy now going Fiends for the first time. And we will see lots of them. But the counter to them with Knights is already rolling out. And Sok is still saving a bit of money here in no upkeep. I love the priests, by the way. Just 1 or 2 priests in the late game to dispel the silence. At a clutch moment that can win you the fight. Level 2 DK. That's a big level up. The MK is still missing a bit more, but he can find more kills. There we go, Stormbolt flies. That should be another kill. If he gets the DK, the MK in front.
Players' forces are under attack.
We got Gyros already up in the air. Fiend falls, albeit denied. Happy's waiting for the tier 3. Upgrades are in queue, and finally he'll be able to pick up the Orb of Corruption. But the Paladin's already here. Pally out before the Dark Ranger. You normally never see this. And is it gonna be Dark Ranger? Honestly, I feel like Dark Ranger in this matchup in the ultra late game isn't even that good. But we will see her here. MK gonna get level 2, but he's far away from the dangerous level 3. Sok always scouting with the gyros, but somehow Happy has managed to get to a supply lead. But not for long. So the mask, ooh, huge item for Happy. Love to see it on a DK. He's still not level 3, but he's getting closer. Sok taking the same cam on the other side of the map. Gyro still giving vision. Happy would love to catch some stragglers, catch some reinforcements, but Sok is keeping them smartly at home. Oh, and great item here. Lion Horn of Stormwind. That gives him the Devotion Aura, and the Pally can just go for the Divine Shield. Without feeling that he's missing something. Creeping up most of the map. Now, Sock is ready to collapse. Great position for him. He's flanking from behind. The Fiends are all exposed. Happy notices there's a bad position. Gonna TP out. And actually saved everything. Calling the boys. Sock might be expanding a second time here. I don't like that the IM is soaking up so much experience. I think this is a big waste. Getting level 3 Pally and MK I would think is more important than level 5 Archmage. The militia. Alright, there we go. Now being pulled back. Yeah, Sock has plenty of gold. Could easily set up an expansion. Oh. The Murlocs slowed 2 of the Knights. Oh, that is very unfortunate here for Sock to take this fight. The Ghouls in the front line, preventing the Knights from reaching the Fiends. Nice engagement by Happy, getting some kills at the start, and he just got the level 3 on the DK. He's got some good items on him as well. Here comes the web. Gyro's caught, and Happy might be turning this fight around. Dude, the double slow on the Knights, that was very painful. And the Ghouls still soaking up the damage. Love the A-bomb, and the Knights just can't find the targets. Knights unable to make it with the Fiend backline. Happy trying to turn this game around. Focus fire on the Knights, maybe a bit off. These Fiends have been untouched for so long. Could have taken way more damage. Now Sock's army has shrunk. MK's a bit more mana, but where are the kills? Knight gets 1 kill. Happy almost killed it before. Stormbolt on the A-bomb. That one's going to go down, but could deny it. Archmage in trouble as well. Holy Light is there, but has the TP. A-bomb? No way! 39 HP. It survives. This will be the perfect time for Cannibalize. But Happy, for some reason, never gets it. Beautiful engage by Happy. The fact they had the Ghouls there ready to block the front line against the Knights, protect the Fiends. But Sock also could have handled that a bit better, I would say. Happy doesn't know about the expansion. He could break it easily at this point. Happy has a lead now. He has reclaimed the lead. Well, I suppose he claimed it for the first time. Happy, why do you never get cannibalized, bro? It's so good. Healthstone. Happy now with 4-3-3 heroes. And we only have 4 Knights. That's not that many. More gyros are coming, but at the moment they have no purpose. There's no destroyers up in the air. Good clap. But look at the Knights, they're attacking the A-bomb. Why are they attacking the A-bomb? This is a big micro mistake. Sock keeps making pretty poor choices with his Knights. He finally takes out the Abomination, but he took so much damage in the meantime. What happens as the issue? There's no Frost Armor on the side. We see the Militia being sniped 1 by 1. That's more Skellies being summoned for the Undead. Again, the Knights don't get the perfect connection, but now the DK is in a rough spot. Heal Potion saves him for now. Oh, Invul Transfer, and that might be the move to win the game for Happy. Level 5 on the Lich, and level 4 on the DK. And now Happy's army is too big. Supply lead still on the Undead side, and Sock has just nothing left to work with. Next Knight goes down. The third base is exposed. This third base will fall. Sock has to fall back. Finally gets level 3 on the Pally.
Players' forces are under attack.
But that was late level 3. One would think too late. Sock doesn't want to fall back. I don't think he can really fight. He's only got the heroes here. Now the Knight count is so low. Upgrades are good on the Knights, but we don't have enough of them anymore. Ever since that engagement where the 2 Knights got slowed, everything went downhill. Now they're trying to attack the Fiends, but this should have been done way sooner, it seems like. With a bit more Holy Light, but look at the target fire. 2 upgrades on the Fiends, taking up 1 Knight after the next. Divine Shield protecting the Pally, but I think this Knight should be dead. Stats probably on cooldown. Knight goes down. The back line. The Fiend damage. Round after round. So much. Oh, now the Gyro's getting caught. Oh my god, so many webs. 3 kills. And that means now that also destroyers could easily be morphed. Happy's about to tie up the series. I think at this point it's clear. Where are all the knights? They're healing in the main, but not enough in the fight. We got inner fire now. Seems like destroyers will soon be forced. Happy's mana is still looking decent. The Lich can always get more mana from Dark Ritual. Could eat some A-bombs actually. There are 240 mana, gold mana potions to get full mana on the Lich. But he's also using it to deny experience. Supply-wise, we're still even. We're still very, very even. Oh. But one more knight falls here. Okay, trying to connect with a perfect tap. He's got the info potion still, and I guess he's gonna need it. Still the destroyers from Happy. The inner fire is actually helping out quite a bit, but the knight count is again still low. We have 4 knights by this point in the game, not that much. MK in trouble, and he goes down. No way to save him. Holy Light wasn't ready, and the AM was too far away for the staff, I guess. With the MK dead, seems like this should be it. I've said it once or twice already this game, but Happy now looking for more and more kills. Perhaps Sok can still stabilize. He's got lots of gold still, by the way. MK being revived. Sok has 1,000 gold. Needs to get to the shop, maybe. Buy some invulns, buy some heal scrolls. With this expansion going down, Sok still has 2 mining bases. But the main's gonna run dry pretty soon. MK level 4 would be a big level up. Pretty far away from that, though. Sok needs to get to the shop and heal and get clarities. What's Happy's next move? He's pretty much maxed out in terms of army. Getting 3-1 upgrades on the Fiends. Very strong. Could expand a second time now if he wants. He's gonna get one of the last big camps on the map. He's already level 544 with the DK closing in on 5 himself.
The player's forces are under attack.
So I can go for the red camp. I suppose it's the only thing you really can do at the moment. And the bank for Sok is gone. That's a lot of Fiends. Sok will want to fight out in the open, where he can easily reach the Fiends. He must make sure not to be on A-click again with the Knights. If the Knights get stuck against the A-bombs, that's bad news for the human. Of course, the bigger the armies get, the harder it is to individually micro all those Knights. Red camp taken. Oh, Legion Doomhorn. That's amazing. That's probably the best item he could have gotten. MK level 4, also a big deal. This is a bad position here against the Fiends. This is one of the narrowest positions on the map. Stormbolt on the DK. MK in front. Is he going to use the invuln? Yes, to break the silence. Where's the Priestess spell? It was a bit too late, seemingly. Look at the A-bombs. Tanking the damage against the Knights in the front line. The Knights can't get to the Fiends. Theoretically, they could. Talking to micro the Knights a bit more. But he's concentrating on the heroes right now. MK getting off some good claps, but the invuln is gone. That's the big danger. One more clap is there. A-bomb starting to fall. Is there a staff for the Mountain King? Oh, staff saved one last time with the Holy Light. But the next nuke is dangerous. Destroyer, though, taken out. Sok, all of a sudden a big supply lead. Wait a minute. Happy level 5 DK. MK's out of the fight. Doesn't have to be worried about the MK's spells anymore. But Sok is pushing forward. The game, perhaps, swinging around again. Game on a swivel. I didn't even see how the Dark Ranger died. How the hell did she die? I don't even know. Sok running back. Needs clarities. Really badly. Did you just sell the Legion Doomhorn? What? Does the MK have it? The MK has it. Excuse me. I was outraged for a second there. MK has it. He's still healing. Taking a bit longer.
A player's forces are under attack.
Game 2 of our grand final is also delivering. 2-2 knights against 3-2 fiends. And the heroes are growing stronger. Happy has a 1 level lead. On his DK, he's level 5. Dark Ranger's getting quite close to 5 herself. We only have some green camps left on the map, that's it. In terms of green camps. Pally 4.5. Dude, Paladin 5 is a crazy level up. So is MK5, but MK5 is far away. Archmage, by the way, very squishy. If he's in the wrong position and gets Nova coiled, that could be trouble. Sock thinking about a third base again, but he's low lumber. Oh, some gyros caught again. 4 staggers on the ground. Those could be morphed if necessary. Happy wants to fight in choke points like this one. Target fire on the MK right away. Doesn't have an invul potion. He may have to go for the staff very quickly to save the Mountain King. There's going to be one more Holy Light. But now, again, focus fire on the MK. Has to be staffed. Has to be staffed. And he is. MK survives, but he's out of the fight for a long time. Happy now trying to fight on. Kiting backwards. A-bomb goes down. Only 1 A-bomb is left. Some gyros are falling, but there's not even destroyers. DK. Far forward. If there was an MK here for the Stormbolt, that could have been a surround. Nice Holy Light. Pally close to level 5. But now the Knights all stacked up. The Nova here is crazy good. There's the next one. Oh! Dodges the coil with the staff! Suck! Styling! That's hard. It's difficult to follow too deep. Dangerous, I mean. Water Elementals, by the way, providing some decent damage here with Inner Fire. Sock's starting to run out of mana, though. Eats a Fiend. More mana. Lich looking for targets. Finds the Priest in the back. Big pick off here. Might be all priests going down. The Fiend's trying to get the kills. That's double level 5. I mean, double level up. And level 5 Pally as well. Look at that Holy Light. Never mind. Don't look. There we go. That knight is saved. Supply-wise, Sock has the lead. But at the moment, on the field, it looks like Happy's a bit stronger. When's the MK coming back? Where is he? There he is. Running on home now. Well, not on home. To the rest of the boys. The expansion is up. Sock bought the time for the expo. Might be able to get more invulns. Dark Ranger 5 is honestly not that big of a level up. Whereas Pally 5 is amazing. I think Sock's got the lead here. Clearly. DK has to go for the invuln. He knows the Holy Light might be coming. Look at that Holy Light! Level 3 Holy on the MK. I think he's unkillable. I think Sock is about to get the 2-0 over here, folks. Gets the Fiend. That's another kill. And now he's got the double staff. He's got the triple staff. Sock is in the ultra late game. Destroyer can be taken out by the gyros. Maybe. And the third base might make the difference. Acolytes were unable to set up the third base. Oh, Happy's out of gold. Natural is dry on both sides. Happy has no income. Archmage has mass teleport, by the way. We haven't seen it yet, though. Oh, Destroyer goes down. That's the last one. That's a bit more experience. MK getting closer to 5. Happy's kiting back as much as he can. By the way, I talked about this before. I think it's a big mistake to go Death and Decay. I think level 6 Lich must go Frost Armor. But it's too late now. Trying again to nuke the hero, but there's a potion. And the level 3 Holy Light is so insanely good for the MK. There's the next one. Pally now out of mana. Happy still trying to hold on. He is expanding. It's not been spotted yet. Staff home. Pally is healing for a long time. This is the time for Happy to strike. Mass teleport to get out. Silenced! Wait, can he kill the Archmage? There's no Pally! Coil over on the AM. Oh, he's lucky that only the priest gets caught.
A town
Dark
is under
minion
siege.
gives a lot of mana back. Oh, it's not over yet. Oh, these dark minions. Come on, eat it. Eat it, baby. Oh my god, that's half mana from one minion. Sucks third base under fire. The DK Sobi Mask also has been insanely good. Fiend's getting cornered. Happy does have a TP. If he needs to get out. That's a lot of knights. That's a lot of knights. But also lots of Nova. Big clap. MK's tanky. He's got the ring. How good was that ring as well? Happy calls it. GG. 2-0. Who did the most damage? Well, obviously it was the Lich. I guess that was clear. But the AM also. Look at the AM putting in the damage. My man. 2-0 lead for Sock. Man, these are some battles. Hard fought battles. Great display so far by both our players. Ooh, happy. Feeling the pressure. But it's early days. This is a best of 7. This series is still far, far from over. Grubby says it's still the chance for a 4-0. I guess you're right. I guess that's true. Yep, some people were worried about a 4-0 earlier. But we didn't think it was going to be this way. My man, my man, my man. Yesterday, Sok was almost eliminated 3-0 in the semifinal against Focus. He had a crazy comeback and a bit of luck in that Focus didn't scout at some point. Ooh, I am very happy. I think this series is already great. Obviously, like many of you, I was also worried that Sok was going to get stomped to death like he has so many times before. But it is a great series so far. And you know, there was reason to be concerned. Because if we look at their track record recently, oh, we had a lot of losses for Sok. Oh my god, how many is this? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is 14. 15. Sok is on a 15 loss streak against Happy at the moment. Is today the day? Question mark. Is today the day? Happy has turned around series like this many times throughout his career. So a 2-0 lead is a great start for Sok. But by no means is this over. By the way, I've seen this so many times. The Lich, you know, in this crazy 2-base late game gets level 6. And I know it sounds weird to go for a level 1 spell over the ultimate. But as we could see, that whole game we never once saw Death and Decay. And Frost Armor is so good, especially against Knights. I think it is a big mistake, basically always, to go Death and Decay. I think level 6 Lich, against Knights at least, you have to go Frost Armor. And that's how I know that Happy doesn't listen to our casts, by the way. Because I've been saying that for like a year. And he never did it once. Sad. Anyways. Thank you very much, Pedekana, with the resub. It says, go, go, Sok. Love to see humans back to the top. Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been 2 years since last we saw a human in the Grand Final in the TeD Cup series. And Sok is playing an absolutely marvelous tournament. Thank you, CN, with the resub as well.
A player's forces are under attack.
So it's a Lich first. Will we see an expansion? Seems like the answer is yes. And Happy this time will be going for the instant expo. I like that. Earlier we saw how problematic it was with the expansion being cancelled when it was. Also on this map, that's very strong build for the humans. Creep the Tuskar first, get level 2, run across the map, and then harass the Lich at the expansion. That works perfectly if the unit goes green into Expo, but if the unit goes into an Expo, then that is circumvented. Items here also have a big relevance. Claws plus 8. Ooh, that's a great item for the Lich. That is the best item, actually. Ring of Region is also super good, but Claws plus 8 is the best. Archmage also getting very good items. Peria protects him from the Nova, at least for a little bit. And gets the Claws. Alright, Happy running across the map. Footy scouting by Sock is always excellent. Valuable info here. Look at the spread of the peasants. The Nova only hits one peasant. This is by design. Sock with some really sick plays. I've seen this now a bunch of times by him. Spraying the peasants to minimize the effect of Nova. And Sock is not giving easy targets, easy kills to Happy. Great start again by Sock, and Happy didn't get a kill yet. All the humans in the chat right now, shaking, quaking. Do they have to reconsider the imbalance? Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't want to fan the flames. Like I said earlier, please guys, don't balance wine today. Not today. If you do, you'll get banned. No mercy today. So, let's just enjoy these awesome games today. And this awesome performance by these players. Oh, AM though, running away. All of a sudden exposing his peasants. Footy though, sent back for the scout. Again, Sock. Trying to minimize danger. But here come the ghouls. They don't care so much about the Arcane Tower. And this could be painful. AM tries to get involved, but of course always knows he has to be careful against the Nova. But dude, it's been hardly any peasant losses. I think every peasant is still alive. But it's about to change. There goes number 1. There goes number 2. Here's a third one that might die. But it's not that many losses, all things considered. But Happy also very successfully bought time. Enough time that the Haunted will now be finishing. By the way, their third peasant died. And it wasn't cancelled. But playing this aggressively for this long also limits your creeping. You can see the Lich is very underleveled. The journey to level 3 and 4 will be very difficult for the Lich. The Archmage has the experience lead. Nice save there on the Ghoul. Happy also minimizing his losses. On map 2, it certainly seemed like he lost a few too many Ghouls in the early. This one goes down, but nice deny. Denies here also are very relevant on the way to tier... not tier 3, I mean level 3. Happy knows he's going to have to get level 3, because the AM is about to hit it. And with Watch Elementals being on level 2, counterattacks are dangerous, but the AM is very hurt, so he can't really fully attack unless he heals. That's why he needs a shop. Is that level 3? Oh yeah, just barely enough. Oh, Replenishment Potion, hallelujah, that's a nice item. Who the hell is that guy? Lecky? I've never seen him before. Did he sneak into the lobby? Who is that? Happy's frustration levels are rising. We haven't seen too many dots yet. We haven't seen too many G's yet. That might be about to change. Shout out to Bebs. He's a Chinese observer. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Thunder always knows what's up. Click, 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 click. Bye-bye. Alright. We go on.
A player's forces are under attack.
So far, I think it was a pretty even game, right? Not many ghouls died. Not many peasants died. Lich is not yet level 3, but he just needs one footy kill, he's gonna be level 3. And with the Nova, that's pretty easy. Should be, at least. Oh, but there you see, Sock is pulling the footy back quickly. Does he know how important that deny is? He may know. He may know. And right now the level 2 water elementals are really strong. AM has lots of mana. I think Happy's using the Nova is a bit too early. Oh, but he gets the kill. Huge deal. Sock could have had an opportunity here for a big play if he denies the last hit. But Happy got it, and he needed that level 3. Now again the AM will have to be careful. Triple water elemental though, that's a lot of damage. The ghouls are feeling the pain. The water treatment here not being salutary. Some acolytes dying as well. Good counterattack by Sock. This is looking solid. Tech-wise though, Happy's ahead this time. First time this series. Wait, what happened on the first map again? Oh yeah, Last Refuge. Yeah, of course, there he also was ahead. Alright. Acolyte's dying. Footy's dying. But the Necro is about to be ready. And pretty even exchange once again. I guess the hero levels tell the story in the end. And there, the Archmage still has the lead. 3.5 versus 3.2.
The town is under siege.
Sock has lots of lumber, so he can go tier 3 quickly, which he will have to. Happy's lumber is looking a bit on the weaker side. Oh, did you see that? He had Fiend upgrades queued for just a second, but he changed his mind. Doesn't want to go Fiends. We have Ghoul upgrades. Starting very early. Yeah, I think Fiends are better on Tidehunters because it's just a narrower map. There's way more choke points, which makes it harder for the melee Knight army to engage. Here on Northern Isles, there's plenty of big open spaces where the Knights have an easier time. So I think that makes sense. Again, lots of water elementals. Aim, of course, still has to be cautious. Some acolytes again will be falling. Happy's waiting for the DK, and tier 3 is coming. Slaughterhouse. And I think Sock is noticing that there's no Fiends. At this point, you should be seeing some Fiends. So this may trigger, again, rifles, if he follows the play of map 1. Because you mainly want Knights against Fiends. Knights are not really very good against anything else other than Fiends. Of course, against Fiends they excel. But if there's no Fiends, you don't really need Knights.
A player's forces are under
And I think now he certainly should be more than aware. Sock is doing a good job here, buying time. Happy, of course, just wants to be out on the map, creep up more, especially level the DK. And right now, defensively speaking, with only ghouls, without frenzy, Happy is not feeling very strong yet. But now statues are coming out, and that is already a good boost. So I wonder, what is Sock gonna be going for? He is going for Knight upgrades. That I find a bit questionable. Honestly, ghouls do pretty well against Knights. What's the expo mining difference? We have 7,400 here, 6,900 here, so only about 500 gold difference. Not that big of a deal. In this kind of a heavy eco game, Happy going into upkeep very fast. He may want to try to break this game early, win quickly with a fast timing. Frenzy is coming, Dreadnought on the way, Orb is already picked up, DK gonna get level 2, Lich gonna get level 4. Happy will try to break this base and win early. Not give Sock the time to go super late game again. To allow him to get the levels, to allow him to get the triple staff, to get all the upgrades. Happy is looking for an early win condition here. And I'm not sure if Sock is entirely aware. This is going to be hard to hold for Sock. He's pumping out units as fast as he can. I guess the idea of Dreadlord is to sleep the MK to prevent tap, maybe? A Dark Ranger could also have been helpful in the push that is to come. Alright. Sock somehow managed to get the supply lead, but those gyros might be completely useless. Happy hitting the main. Oh, there's 0 towers. Happy scouted the main. With a Skelly. Saw 0 towers. Oh, this is going to be a tough hold for Saw. Let's see. He's got 1 knight and 1 footy at the moment. Oh my god, the army is a joke. But more knights are coming. Dreadlord on the way. Ghouls with 1-1 upgrades. Watch elementals though are pretty helpful. More ghouls coming from the main. If the Dreadlord makes it to level 2 for the aura, this will be a big level up, but of course at the moment he's still far away. Lich separated from the rest. Statues all already damaged. And the militia call is enough to hold, at least for now. Happy doesn't have the success to instantly win. He may now have to transition. May have to go Banshees.
A player's forces are under
Is
attack.
not attempting that yet. Destroyer form finishing, but he can't go Destroyers. That would be a complete waste, as the gyros are ready. DK level 3, big mana potion, Wand of the Wind, by the way. There is some playmaking potential here with these items. More upgrades for the ghouls. We have a lot of ghouls. Ghouls in the main, ravaging against the peasants. So much disabled in the MK. But we have some dispel as well from the priest. There is the slow still. Dreadlord getting close to level 2. Sleep over and over. We have a Wand of the Wind. Again, Happy's trying to get as much as he can before the clap becomes active again. But there we go. That's not the clap, but that was the last one. More and more ghouls are reinforcing. The peasants have not all been taken out, but many of them. Sleep again. This time with the Pally trying to get the kills, trying to get the experience. That's level 2. Has to be the aura. Yep. Now we got Vamp Aura. It is a mad scramble between the ghouls and the knights. Ghouls with 2-1 upgrades soon, with the aura, surprisingly effective. And Happy may just barely have enough to chew through, to bite through the defenses. Big Nova. Lich has lots of mana, he's going closer to level 3 by the way. DK still with a mana potion. Pops it here. Keeps Dreadlord safe. Dreadlord only an aura bot, but it's a good aura for the knights. I mean for the ghouls. One guard tower is in the main, trying to help out, but Happy has so many ghouls. It's a big flood. If the MK gets to 3 for the level 2 clap, that would help immensely. For Nova, next night falls. Happy seems to be trading very favorably. Happy now with a 10 supply lead. Getting more ziggurats, could go for more upgrades as well if he wants. Which getting closer and closer to 5. Culture falls. More experience from the water elementals. There we go. But Happy's cautious. Not to overextend. Eating more ghouls. Getting more kills. Lich in front. But there's always coils when needed. Well, perhaps not for much longer. DK's low mana. Statues running dry. New statues will be needed. Even some fiends now being added. Along with the second armor upgrade for the ghouls. Where are the A-bombs, by the way? Shouldn't there be at least one A-bomb? Seems like there should. But that's a lot of ghouls. Happy could try to flood in way into the back and surround everything with the ghouls, but doesn't want to overextend. However, he still has the TP. The last few minutes were definitely in favor of Happy. He traded way more efficiently. But Sock is still alive. Going for Griffin Aviary. Those would, of course, be super good with automatic damage against the ghouls. I think that's what we saw one feat. Just to have the possibility to go for web if necessary. Because, of course, Griffins would be the ultra counter. A bit more time for creeping. MK getting solo experience. He wants level 3 really badly. And he gets it. super valuable level. Not sure if Happy is making the right call here. Falling back and giving so much space to the opponent. But he's also getting good levels. Which level 5 should not soak up the experience from the big boy. Yeah. Dreadlord gonna get level 3. Should he go Aura? Probably not, right? Happy getting ready to transition. He realizes the ghouls may have outlived their usefulness soon. Which is annoying, I guess, because he invested so heavily into them. Or, well, I guess on the first map we also saw ghouls, banshees. That's, I guess, the army comp here. What was the item? Khadgar's pipe. Terrible. But at least Happy didn't get it. Happy, on the other hand, what did he get? Oh, his own aura. Legion Doomhorn. Okay, so both were unlucky. That's fair, I guess. Here's the sleep. But we have the Dispel. Priests coming in clutch with the Boostball. But we have plenty of sleeps. Watch Elementus in the back, doing good damage. Priest now also with a bit of inner fire. Gyros are ready. In the case of destroyers, we don't have any being morphed just yet. MK hurt, MK in trouble, MK is dead! The staff was on cooldown, the Pally was slept. Now he's woken up, but the big carry, the MK falls. Paladin also taking lots of damage. These 2/2 ghouls are not to be underestimated. So many hurt units in the back. The priest. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! No, but quad kill. Happy may have done it. Supply is still very even, but Happy's working with all 3 heroes. The Dreadlord again being shown. Before this series, we didn't see much Dreadlord in this matchup. This might change after today. Happy getting ready for third base. Sock sort of as well, but again, he's still in trouble. First Griffin, now out. But he's getting slapped. He's just sleeping the Griffin. And now he can just go for web, I guess. MK back. Revive from the tavern. But he's getting slept over and over. Happy the Sandman, putting everything to sleep. Will TP out now, as he sees that Sock is ready to defend. The expansion, though, close to finished. Happy has his tech transition. Not quite yet ready, but close. Master training is still missing. Now he's getting it. And gargoyles? Nope, never mind. Cancel the Gargs. Oh, Sock with a big play. Has the time to cancel the Haunted. That's a big deal. Happy's gonna allow this. He's not TPing to the expansion. He wants to creep more. There's still 2 relevant camps for him to take. Alright, third prevented. This game is still up in the air. Happy's levels are really good though. 5-4-3, about to be 5-4-4.
A player's forces are under attack.
We still don't have web. Happy's anti-air is a bit lacking, but we don't have too many Griffins either. I think that might be smart by Sock. If you overinvest in Griffins, heavy anti-air can really mess with you. Oh, and now the DK's level 5. And guess what? He found the big mana. And Happy now expanding. Bottom right. Supply lead on Happy. Hero lead on Happy. Upgrade lead. Also unhappy. Slightly. MK forced to just watch from the Shadow Realm. From the Realm of Dreams. With a sleep over and over and over. Redlord's running out of mana, but he has a mana potion still that he can use. Anti-magic on all the ghouls. That's, I guess, one way to counter Griffins. Just be magic immune. Smart. Oh, Archmage can't afford to lose that one, of course. Has to run back. MK survives. Emerald Potion active. He's gonna have one more clap soon. Actually, he's got mana potion. But Happy's got more. He's just got way more supply at this point. The 2/2 knights carving through. Lich getting more and more mana. Coil Nova, too much damage. The nuke is enough. GG is called, and Happy gets on the board. Sock would have loved to take the 3-0 here and have the big lead and get to match point. But Happy says, Not so fast, sir. Maybe going knights was the mistake. On map 1, we saw inner fire rifles, which seemed to work better against the ghoul banshee stuff. Maybe Sock here not with the right transition, but Happy this time did a really good job in slowing down the expansion a bit, distracting from his own expansion, and having a quick second base and a quick tech and a good tech lead, and then striking while the iron was hot with a fast frenzy ghoul attack. And I think that was the first time where Sock didn't have the better early game. I would say map 1 and 2, Sock had a lead after the early game, and on map 3, Happy had a slight lead on Northern Isles, I would say. But it was still very close. If the AM counterattack had been a bit better, if Happy had made a few more mistakes, could have been a different story. And that's exactly the way we want to see it. Great back and forth between these two legends. Or he could have tried to go, if he doesn't go rifles, because indeed they would suffer against the frenzy timing. Maybe he could have gone to go double Griffin Aviary early. But if you commit heavy on Griffins, it's always dangerous if you get hard counter then after. It was a tough position. I think mainly the issue was Sock didn't have a very strong early game. I feel like if Sock doesn't have a lead after the early, it might be a tough position to play from. But I am thrilled, honestly, to see this series so close and the games being so competitive for now. I hope I'm not jinxing anything here. But so far, this grand final is delivering. Map 4 might be our halfway point in this series. And that is Twisted Meadows, which I would consider a human-favored map nowadays. It is normally pretty difficult to deal damage to the human expansion, and in the late game, there's always a possibility for a third base, and there's always a possibility for the human to creep on this huge map. That's normally very good signs for a human. This could also be a very good map for a Dreadlord, if Happy wants to take it super late again. Thank you, Albs, with the resub. Thanks. Says, thanks for all your content and the great cast. Thank you very much, buddy. That's nice to say. Thank you for your support. The Rock Golem creep here, of course, is the norm. Oh, there's an Acolyte here, trying to mess with the pull. Oh, if he blocks the footy, does that trigger an end snare? Oh yeah, it does. That's some good damage on the footy, but should still be creepable. Summon the Water Elemental. Oh. You always have to hope that the Rock Golem doesn't start throwing the boulders. Alright, and it seems to work out well enough. Happy could have decided to go for a fast counter expansion, but he's going DK Ghoul build this time, so seems like he's going to play one base aggressive. Very much like we saw in Last Refuge. The Archmagi, very good item. The AM. This item naturally fits him. Seems like Happy wants to creep a quick level 2 from 2 green camps and then harass. Oh, but if he does that, he's going to be a bit too late for the harass. Big decision for Happy. If he just moves north now, the timing is perfect. Oh, and it is. Oh, this is going to be painful for Sock. How much is he going to lose? comes Happy. Ready to enjoy a bit of a feast. Oh, both want to get the last hit. Both want to get the item. Oh, Happy missed the coil. Pretty big mistake in the early game. Archmage is surrounded though. Happy makes up for the slight mistake and will force the TP out. AM is surprisingly tanky, by the way. But has to TP away, and that is a big delay on the Expo. But he's close to level 3 already. DK crits the rest of the camp. That will be level 2 for him. And more ghouls are coming. Happy's trying to put on the screws early and mess with the expansion plans of his opponent. Oh, Archmage. Surrounded again! Oh no. But he does fight out. The Skelly is fragile enough. Ooh, that was a scary moment.
A player's forces are under attack.
But more ghouls are coming. Perfect timing for Happy to pull the ghouls. And now the peasants are all exposed. With the AM pretty hurt already. Sock. Under pressure. There's a pressure cooker right here. Can Sock prevail? Or not? Oh, expansion cancelled. Yikes. DK's coming back. He's got so much mana. Oh. Sock is looking to be in trouble. This is looking a lot like a 2-2. Happy giving no quarter to the opponent here on map 4. Happy's about to reach tier 2 already. Oh my god. This is a picture-perfect game for Happy. With the exception of missing the coil last hit, this has been all absolutely wonderful for him.
A player's forces are under attack.
The ghouls still pressuring the peasants. Happy, of course, always super fast with the multitasking. Can micro many positions perfectly at the same time. Only downside for him is that he doesn't have Word of Necromancy anymore. So no skellies at the moment to worry about for Sock. So the expansion should now finish. But of course it's late. It's damn late, dude. Tier 3 has already been started for Happy. And this tier 3 timing is going to be incredibly hard to hold. I think Sock needs a Shredder and a bunch of towers. Like 12 towers or something. So can't even afford a Shredder right now. Still power building the Expo. And the clock is ticking. 9 minutes 30 normally is when the frenzy push hits. That's about 3 minutes away. AM having no TP anymore is also kind of scary. But at least now he's mining. Are we gonna see Hank Schrader?
A player's
So
forces
almost has
are
the
under
lumber for
attack.
it. Yep, there we go. Hank is joining the ranks. And one would expect a lot of towers to follow. And there's not much time to set them up. The fact that Happy didn't get the Ogre Magi earlier, by the way, pretty relevant. You can see here, that's the missing XP for level 3 Death Knight. Okay, here we go.
Player's forces are under
Tower defense begins. 4 towers at the expansion. 2 in the main. But I think a lot more will be needed. A lot more than that. So he's doing a good job here. Messing with Happy's creeping. Making things
town is
difficult.
under siege.
Oh, even got a ghoul. Well done. Footies were harassing in the meantime. Oh, they might all get blocked though. Oh my god, they're all trapped. All the footies are trapped. Should Sock TP? No, he can't. There's no TP anymore. Uh-oh. At least the footies are buying time, but they might all be doomed. One gets away. Oh, or does he? Okay, maybe not. Happy's on a rampage right now. Trying to punish these insolent footies. Perhaps one makes it out. Yeah. This is Private Ryan right here. He's got one hell of a story to tell. Alright. Frenzy is finished. Before 9 minutes even. And here's the Pit Lord. Hero we don't see much anymore nowadays. And we're heading towards the main. Only 2 towers finished so far. That might not be enough. Destroyer form close to done. Happy seems to have found his style. Don't play passive. Don't give the human time on tier 3 to just enjoy the fruits of his labor. But push early, pressure early, try to win early. I got the first destroyer. Oh, even way to kill the water elemental together with the destroyer to heal up from the destroyer. Where's the rain of fire? There we go. Nova rain of fire. Peasants in trouble. Only 3 towers to hold in the main base. The MK must make it out. And he does just barely. Going clap first, but might be dead right away. Finds himself in a surround. Oh yeah, he is giga dead. Lich level 2. And this main base probably about to fall. We have 1 workshop only, not double. Not much gyro production. Sokko right on time with the repair, doing this nicely. Destroyer almost goes down. Sok trying everything, trying to hold. Some piercing damage now. There's still a bit more coils. Reinforcing statues for Happy would be huge. Here's one, and a second coming right after. Next guard tower falls, and is this it? Is this the end? Shredder again in trouble. Oh, 1 destroyer about to fall, trying to take it out, and gets it with the Archmage. Shredder still fighting, 2 towers still defending. This is a funny situation, but the Shredder does go down. So down to 28 supply. He has basically no army. He has 2 towers that he's praying will protect him. MK slowly coming back from the altar, rebuilding at the expansion, but the main base is an absolute shambles. The statue now is worth so much in terms of healing. Knights are slowly starting to come out. Sok is not giving it up yet. Oh, destroyer goes down. Sok has air superiority. But what about the ground? This is where the knights have to come in. Knights are cute. Pally is cute. Sok has perhaps an opportunity to clear out the foe, the enemy. But reinforcing ghouls are also a big help for Happy. And of course his heroes are stronger. Way stronger than the human heroes currently. Ghouls have no upgrades though. They are fairly frail. A-bomb starting to join. More knights are coming. Here's the pally. But we don't have double barracks. It's only single barracks production for the knights. Improved lumber harvesting in the midst of this chaos. Happy brought almost all ghouls for the attack, and now an A-bomb is also joining. Not sure if he can afford the disease cloud. The A-bomb also will help. Alright, 2 knights now. And a water elemental. Damage on the human side is increasing. But it's not enormous yet by any means. Barrage upgrade? What? That must be a misclick.
A player's forces are under attack.
think he was trying to go gyro bombs. Peasant, the main base is still suffering. 6,000 gold in this gold mine. In Happy's main, we have 4,600. 1,500 gold was missed out on. Now we got 3 knights. That Sock's army is growing so slowly, it seems like. Oh, Lich though, low HP. There's no orb of fire. Might be worth it for Sock to get back to the expansion towards the shop, buy the orb. That could be a big increase in power. AM is going to the shop. He can afford both orb and staff. He's got the gold. Clarity. Region scroll. Okay. No orb, no staff. There's a lot of ghouls in the mix again. 1-0 upgrades. DK level 4. That's a big level up. Lich, by the way, also close to leveling up. MK always seems to be low mana. AM never got to level 4, never got to level 2 brilliance. Paladin, he might be dead. With a coil, he would be. Doesn't even need the coil. Pally falls. Lich level 3. Knights, though, doing good damage against Lich, but there's coils. There's still a good amount of coils left. Watch Elemental taken out. All the ghouls now very hurt. Disease Cloud was upgraded, by the way. And that is a big help. Knight surrounded. No staff for him. Knight goes down. And here you can see how well the ghouls can do against knights, given the right numbers. MK falls. Is this the end? Perhaps it is. AM his level 4 by taking out a statue. But Happy's force still seems to be much stronger. Pitlord level 3 has a level 2 Rain of Fire, and that's a lot of damage. Towers again being targeted. Oh, the next knight falls. Sock always struggling. If only he had some time. If only he was left alone for a little bit to build the army. But of course Happy keeps the pressure on and makes this very, very tough for the opponent. Pitlord took a lot of damage. There's one coil. That's the last coil for a little bit. The defense is still going on. The towers are still standing, but maybe not for much longer. There's one more Rain of Fire. Right now. 85 mana. There's one tower falling. And a lot of peasants going down as well. Pally again in trouble. He's being chased. He's taking so much damage. The knights are sturdy. But not sturdy enough to hold on against the onslaught. Happy with a 15 supply lead. Stronger heroes, and you could argue a better tech. Only one base, but he doesn't mind. He's trading way superior. I guess there's hardly any mining even going on in this base. Happy on his way to tie up the series. The clap first, perhaps in the end, not the right call. But then again, against ghouls, very understandable that he went for it. Denies the pally. I think that didn't quite work out in the end. Oh yeah, and I forgot. A staff wouldn't even save anything, because the staff units would just all land here. So the staff would just be a waste of money. With the last tower falling, I think the main is finally done. Finally broken. It took a long time. Sock did a good job staying alive for as long as he could. But this should be Happy. Cleaning up the rest. It has been an absolute slaughter. Oh, DK. Surrounded. Perhaps an opportunity to force him to TP. But Happy's gonna make it. Yeah, he's gonna make it hurt. Rain of Fire as well. Oh boy, triple kill on the peasants. And the trap turns into a different kind of a trap. Infi may not see the end of the game, but I think he understands where it's going. We'll have a chance again to join the 5th map. It seems like we're not far away from map 5. He's taking out the rest of this main base. Yeah, and Sok had some time to breathe and think, and he realizes this one's over. Happy wins the second map in a row and ties up the series. Alright, what do we see here? Lich first opening against Archmage. This is looking pretty standard now. That being said, yesterday Happy wasn't playing Lich expansion all the time. It was very map dependent, as it seemed. Also a lot of DK Ghoul openings, and then with fast tier 3 follow-ups. Some of those early games were gnarly, dude. Ooh, boy, was that painful. I think back to Twisted Meadows, where Happy just brought the hammer and never gave a moment of reprieve to his opponent. In general, it seemed like the longer the game goes, if both expand and we go ultra late game, the better it seemed to go for Sok then in the end. Whereas Happy, more and more as the series went on, seemed to prioritize hitting with a swift, very dangerous frenzy timing.
Yeah, that's pretty much his style in multiple matchups. He tried that versus Orc, he did that for the past 3 years versus Night Elf, and we have an Archmage Lightning Shield, whoopsie. And now he does that versus Human as well, as we know the tier 3 with Knights and Staffs and Tri-Hero and Gyrocopters is the strongest state of the Human, so it fits Happy's playstyle and it makes a lot of sense, so we will not doubt the game plan of the Emperor.
Yeah, we had a couple of fun games. It wasn't just all Knights Gyros, although we certainly saw lots of that here in the Grand Final already. On the first map, I think it was Last Refuge. Oh, Happy denied a creep with the Lightning Shield, bro. I haven't seen this in years. Excuse me. Normally, everyone else is mortal and can make mistakes, but Happy is the one who normally never does it, and this could be relevant. But yeah, back to yesterday again. We saw some inner fire rifle play attempted against the Ghoul Banshee build, and that worked out in the end. It was a crazy game, dude. Happy almost made it work with like 1 base economy against 3 base economy with the Dreadlord level 5 in the end and stuff. It was crazy, but yeah, Sok got the win, and I think that makes sense. To me, it seems like you only really want Knights and need Knights if there are Fiends, which there don't always seem to be. With Happy, like we said earlier, looking a lot towards Frenzy Ghoul timings and even, you know, going for destroyer pushes and stuff. It's a lot about the early game, it seems like to me. When Sok had a good early game, he had a good chance to take it late, but when he suffered early already, things got hard quick. So far, he's not suffering though. At the moment, still all peasants alive.
Yeah, the Sasquatch with the inner fire took a long time for Happy to take down, so no attacks against the expansion. We're gonna end up on 2 base. Question is, who suffers more? And Happy to the left-hand side, not cruising towards the middle. Is he waiting for boots here? Kinda looks like it. But
does he get enough experience from the green camp with the deny? I don't think it's enough for level 3. I think he's gonna need one more footy, and this is why these little denies are so important. On this map, the level 3 creep route is really straightforward. First the orange, then the green, then the expansion, or you know, going in another sequence. But that's a level 3, which the AM has, and the Lich doesn't. So he needs the footy. Alright, gets that one. But right now, having to fight without level 3 Lich is a bit painful.
Yeah, Water Element is level 2. Pretty good weapon against ghouls, and the more time Sok buys for his expansion, the better it is for a fast attack. We talked about this, and Happy still needs one more. He didn't finish the green.
Yeah, exactly. There's still one little guy left. He's hoping to get a kill on Footy or Peasant. That should then be enough. Speaking of peasants, there's not that many in the main base. I think Sok may have forgotten peasant production in the main, which could be a problem with attack later on. Let's see. There's the Nova. That's the kill. And now finally level 3 on the Lich. But good movement on the Archmage. Never really exposing himself too much to get Nova'd. As I say it, of course, it changes. And having no boots on the AM is a bit scary. The Lich can chase very well, but also always some footies trailing the Lich, putting some pressure on him. That's important. But losses? Rather minimal, one would think.
I think so too. Now peasant production is ramping up. Ghouls still there. Skeletons not so much. It's of course the Arcane Tower's up. Good solution for that. 2 more Nova in the pocket of the Lich. Getting distracted a little by the footman and see, I don't want to dive into that human base. People can get trapped there. We all know it. So takes a turn around the little forest, enjoying the sights of Shallow Grave, and Sok is taken at 5 minutes 30. That's a good time.
Yep, this is a good early game so far. He had a little bit of a level lead thanks to Happy's own unforced error, with the level 3 being delayed, of course. And has the expansion faster with a power build, has the tech faster. This is a good start for Sok, but the pressure and the danger is not yet over. These ghouls can always find more kills, as we're seeing right here.
Oh yeah, the shop isn't up yet. There's still one more Nova, but also ghouls starting to get hurt. Don't want to sacrifice them to a fast level 4 Archmage, because that means more water elementals, and that means harder counters to ghouls. And Happy moves back with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 peasant kills. That's alright, I would say. As you suggested before, tech is delayed. Oh, that Nova was massive, though.
Yeah, juicy Nova right there. I was about to say, with the footies here still looking very healthy, maybe a counterattack could have been strong, but the AM's also a bit damaged. He finally got the boots, and that Nova onto the footy pack, I think that's going to dissuade the next push. And guess what? There's another Nova, and the Lich, where he had a bit of a slow start, is starting to get where he wants to be. Get level 4 fast, get more Novas, find more kills, and possibly reach a fast level 5 for that crazy level 3 Nova.
Archmage gets some extra regeneration, especially on the mana, so more water elementals hiding behind the walls. But man, these ghouls, they always find a way. The undead cockroaches. But still, this is not game-ending damage at all. It's annoying. Yep, it drains a few resources. Yep, but Sock is already rich at more than 1k.
Yeah, I like the play though by Happy. He's not overextending, he's not throwing the ghouls away. In fact, he lost hardly any ghouls. He will have many of them alive for the frenzy timing later. Thank you, by the way, to our supporters. Kella Asel Nahui with the resub, Philok with the resub, Bidu with the raid, thank you, Bendylock with the resub, Boom Shroom with the resub as well, and also Sparrow with the resub.
The tier 2 resub even. Better share for us. Thank you, Sparrow.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, tier 2 about to finish. How much lumber does Sock have? It's looking good. Around 400 lumber should be enough to start the tier 3 right away, and the MK, of course, which he will need to start ASAP. But look at the ghouls, dude. Again at the expansion, Happy's finding so many peasant kills over and over at minimal investment.
Yep, he's gotta clean up his own expansion soon because footmen are attacking. This is oftentimes a good sign for the human if they're able to counterattack a little bit, delay some buildings, slaughter some acolytes. That's also a delay for the undead that you usually cannot afford. And of course, there's no coil, but Happy's micro seems to be on point. Is he seriously not losing a single one? I guess one, but that's about it.
Yeah, excellent play here by Happy, and the ghouls did so much damage again, so much lost mining time. Some ghouls finally going down, but I think it may have only been one excellent, really outstanding ghoul pressure play here by Happy, and now all of a sudden we see the Lich ahead. He had the slower start, but now he's about to get level 4, which is where the mana really ramps up.
Wow, there's a sentence from you with a Lich level 4 and you're not mentioning the intelligence, Remo Demo? What's wrong with you? Are you sick?
Well, you know, I'm getting old, Neo.
Oh,
but
where my
intelligence is dwindling, the Lich's isn't, and now he's level 4. And I feel like Sock has been sacrificing his footies a bit too much. Yesterday we saw some sick play by Sock, spreading out the footies, spreading out the peasants to minimize the effect of Nova. But that's of course also hard to do. And by the way, gargoyles.
Yeah.
What is this?
That is, wait, it's double temple gargoyles into slaughterhouse. I thought
this is looking...
maybe they played it yesterday, so you weren't that surprised, but I am certainly surprised about that site.
Yeah, this still looks mainly like the ghouls plus banshee stuff, which I did play yesterday. But 2 gargs in the mix, very interesting. Maybe he wants to have it preemptively against possible Zeppelin shenanigans, or maybe wants to trigger some kind of a weird response. Gargs by themselves, unless they can function as anti-air, not that good. But I mean, it's only 2 gargs so far. It's not a big investment. And it makes Sock wonder. It's gonna make Sock probably invest into gyros and maybe over-invest into gyros.
Oh yeah, as this will not be a big destroyer push as we've seen in the past with the double temple already coming up and tier 3 on the way. This will be heavy on banshees again, as you said. And Gargs are okay to give vision, to scout, to chase around, help a little bit with creeping. Next Nova coming in, not even that turtle spot can be crept in peace. Mountain King, not really close to level 2, it's about every single lasted tier as both factions are very focused on their heroes, especially in this matchup. And so far, it's still pretty even with a slight advantage for Happy.
Yeah, level 2 for the DK here will be a huge level up. And that's one of the big upsides for Undead here. Every level between these 2 heroes is going to be a massive increase in power. With Banshees, when there's no Fiends, normally Dark Ranger isn't the pick. This could be a Dreadlord game again.
Ooh, I'd love that. Maybe even dual hero? No, Dreadlord it is. Very, very nice for Carrion Swarm, for sleep. And this is exactly what Happy's doing. I thought he's such a robot and never adjusts, Remo.
Yeah, I think it's not map dependent what strategy he goes for. Fiends can work out, especially on narrow maps, quite well, where the Knights have a tough time connecting. Especially on Titaners, we've seen that plenty of times. But here on Shallowgrave, especially in the middle, there's so much open space where normally the Knights always work out super well against Fiends. I think that's the main reason why here Happy isn't going Fiends, but rather going for the mobile army that doesn't mind being out in the open. Banshees are great against Knights. Ghouls have great damage. And, you know, while Knights aren't bad against Ghouls, they're not really great against anything other than Fiends, in my opinion. So, yeah, Sork's gonna have to make the choice. What kind of strategy and army is he going for? We saw the inner fire rifles before by him yesterday, but that is not gonna be the plan this time.
I think it is, because we get long rifles. And we get a Sanctum. It's a long time off, but he might be going for it as he goes for the creep check here right now. Stormbolt on the Banshee wants to take her out immediately. Wonderful, taking away that anti-magic shield, which is upgraded already as well. Knight slowed Gould super fast, but no surround opportunity. Sok still holding his ground, is down in supply, but has a 1200 bank.
And level 5 now on the Lich. That is a huge level up. Bit of a slow start on the Lich with that slight creep mistakes in the early game, but the mid-game follow-up, the Ghoul harass and stuff looked amazing for Happy, and he has taken the majority of the map so far in terms of creeps. Got both items in the middle, for example, now continuing to creep at the red. Strategically speaking, by the way, I think we are seeing a bit of, what's it called? Deception as well in the army build. It seems like Happy made 2 Gargs to trigger Sok to overinvest in anti-air, and then Sok made 2 Knights to try to trigger Happy to go too heavily into Knight counters. And now indeed he's going for inner fire rifles instead, which, if you get the numbers and the upgrades and the hero levels, they are really strong, but they take a long time to come online, whereas Happy is more than fight ready already.
I think so too. Close to 70 food, close to the human expansion. This is where you want to pounce on. There's a town portal, as well as staff and orb on the human side. We also have a big mana potion and is super close to 3 Mountain King. Would be so helpful if he could get it, but nothing helps against Nova and Carrion Swarm anti-magic against the hero focus, and once again the human economy is ravaged.
The army here at the moment is looking tiny. Rifle's not really in the mix. Sleep on the Paladin, no hold at the moment, and there's no Dispel yet without the Priests here. Oh, the Rifle's getting absolutely eviscerated. One eye has already been taken over. This is the fight and the push that may win Happy here the next map. Give him the lead in the series. Pally goes down. It's all up to the MK as it seems. And Sok is just not quite ready yet, it seems like.
Yeah, he wasn't ready at all, despite the sentry ward and the choke on the right-hand side. Army scattered across the entire map. The town portal position, of course, an invite to a big Nova. And the Knights getting possessed. The Pally got killed. The Mountain King almost surrounded by some time with the clap. Okay, but Sok was burning through his big bank. That he was a little late in spending the gold, and now Happy has a 20 food advantage. Still after the push, plus good mana, plus the statues on the ground, plus high hero levels. This almost seems unwinnable now.
Yeah, super deadly push. Happy again finds the timing before it's super late game, before the human has built the perfect army. For the human, it just takes a little bit longer to build that perfect army. You could argue his army in the end is better, but Happy was able to strike before that was the case. And now while the army is so small and the fights are so scrappy, it's easy to get to the priests, it's easy to get to the mortar teams, pick them off one by one, while also Sok is finding some kills. Happy has a huge army left and now crazy strong heroes. Level 5 Lich, of course, shines the most, but even the DK is level 4. The Dreadlock's getting close to 3. And this is now looking very over.
It feels like Happy wants to punish Sok for having to work another day. Like, this is brutal right now. Like the Emperor Caesar, thumbs down for all the human units. Happy claims map number 3, and with that, match points.
Yeah, and that was, I think, the first time where we saw the end game still looking very decisively in Happy's favor when Sok had a good early. The very early stages until he reached level 3 was perfect. Easy creep route, fast expansion, quick tech. But I think those follow-up ghoul harasses really made a big difference. Sok there got caught off guard a little bit. I think he would have needed a guard tower earlier. Once the tech in the main starts and once the lumber mill is finished, I think you need a tower instantly at the expansion. I feel like that was something he neglected to do for too long. And maybe also park one water elemental at the expansion to be ready for the ghouls while you're waiting for the tower to finish. These ghouls just did too much damage, and speaking from the human side, the economy is so important. Every second counts. Almost every peasant counts, because you need to get ready for that timing. If you hold that timing push, you're going to be in a good spot. But surviving that in the first place is so tough against Happy.
It absolutely is, and we were so close to a historic win for SOC with a 2-0 lead. Humans haven't won a bigger tournament in a long time. It was SOC winning AWL, I think. I don't even remember what year this was, to be honest, Remo. Second place is already good, will help with the pie chart a little bit. But the big win, the humans are still waiting for it. And for that to happen, SOC has to win 2 maps in a row now. That's tough against Happy.
In the playoffs, by the way, we saw a bunch of reverse sweeps. It was SOC in the playoffs, then it was Focus in the third place match. Here, we could be on track for a reverse sweep as well if Happy wins the next map. Didn't even see it. What map are we on?
Autumn Leaves.
Autumn Leaves. That could be an aggressive game again by Happy. This is also the map that SOC was able to take in the group stage when they met. So SOC is trying to replicate his success. Of course, we would love to see this go all the way to map 7.
Well, then I would love to see some in-game content, Remo, and that's exactly where we're going now. SOC against the ropes. Can the B-boy dance out of that precarious situation, or will Happy reclaim the throne of TeD Cup after 1-2-0 stole it from him in TeD Cup 15? We're just 1 map away. Plus, of course, the show match that is always happening afterwards versus the man, the myth, the legend, TeD himself in all the randoms. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. SOC still with chances. By no means a bad game. Just a little bit worse than his opponent, and that makes you lose games. But fighting spirit is strong. We saw it on map 1, so SOC, step it up a notch.
Yeah, I think those ghoul attacks really became super painful if he had minimized those losses better. I think what's surprisingly incredibly important in those late game fights, when we see the ghouls, when we see the inner fire rifles, I think an MVP of the fight is the priest. To have a fast dispel against the sleep is so important. Otherwise, the pally is disabled, the MK is disabled, and the Ana just rushes in circles from all angles and finds too many kills too easily. So priest dispel is crucial if you are facing the Dreadlord. But on this map, trying to think, I think Fiends are more playable. There's a lot of narrow bends to go around, choke points and stuff. Here I could also see some Fiend play again from Happy. And, well, he's not going Lich, so that means no fast expansion.
Exactly. Different opening. It's DK. It's still ghouls. Well, what if he comes up with a DK expansion now, Remo?
We have seen that before. It has the downside of being much weaker in the protracted engagements, because of course the mana sustain is much weaker compared to a Lich, which means that when the human shows up with level 3 Archmage counterattack, you have much more trouble dealing with that without Nova, which I think is the main reason why DK expansion is a lot worse than Lich expansion. We have seen it attempted before, but no, not this time. It's DK with the instant harass. Oh, and that means that SOC won't be able to expand here right away.
Yeah, SOC decided to go for the left-hand side expansion, which is easier to creep, but closer to the enemy base instead of the right-hand side, which is further away. Blasted goes to the Archmage. Important. He might be stuck here, though. Blasted. Wow. Super important. Oh, how well they played around this.
Yeah, perfectly done by SOC. This was absolutely wonderful. He knew Happy was going to show up, but he had the confidence to finish the whole camp and play around the coil, and he killed the Acolyte. And that's an instant level 2 on the Archmage. If now he can minimize peasant losses, this is a great start.
DK to the side, down at 50% already. Good pressure on the first hero of Happy. Ghouls also hurt against the water elementals, and mana regeneration is a thing. Another peasant going down, but denied. You don't want to feed that DK up too high. He got a few kills, but nothing substantial.
Yeah, this is a good start so far for SOC. He will probably go call the militia again and creep the bottom right gold mine at some point and try to get that level 3. The expansion is successfully delayed for Happy, but experience on the DK is looking very rough. If you don't find level 2 with, the DK's mana and the ghouls getting some kills, you're going to be in trouble. So Happy now under pressure to either creep to level 2 or find kills enough to get level 2.
Well, you know what helps with getting more kills? 4 additional healthy ghouls that are coming from the north. They just gathered enough lumber to start the tech for the undead. And this is where it counts. Happy, if you don't get enough kills here, you're in trouble. But since the expo isn't up, there's a little bit of time.
Archmage is being pressured away by the Death Knight with the right clicks and the coils, and the peasants now exposed. Has to be fast with a peasant micro. Successful play here for Happy would be get level 2 through peasants and cancel the expansion. Does he have enough to make it work? Some ghouls are also falling though, and peasants being saved for a little while, and the Death Knight is still not level 2.
Exactly. That was very, very good focus fire by Sock. Nice little concave on the ghouls. And yeah, there's peasants falling, but there's always peasants falling when you're up against Happy. The building placement, I love it. Did he? Oh my god, blocks the DK from entering. This is some gorgeous Warcraft by Sock on map 6.
Power build resumes at the expansion. It is certainly quite the delay on the expansion, but most importantly, the losses were minimized. The DK is still on level 2. This is definitely a good start for Sock, especially if he can somehow get level 3 now with a bit more creeping, and then maybe look to continue to pressure. AM is hurt, he lost some peasants, but we have plenty of footies, still healthy and ready to tango.
What's the peasant count? We have 4 at the expo, we have 3 on lumber. This will result in a late attack, for sure. Footman numbers, okay. I thought you were about to say something here. I haven't dual casted in a long time. Need to get used to that again. Archmage gets a little bit more damage with the gloves, also a little bit more HP. And DK has to be passive now and grind a bit.
Really, really need that level 2. Finally, now he got it, but it's a bad sign when you have to fall back, creep a tiny green camp, and only then get the level you need. He knows that the Archmage is super close to level 3, which would be strong defensively in case of a ghoul attack follow-up, or also to just be aggressive himself. Happy needs the Lich very soon. He forgot about the Ziggurat. Happy forgot about the Ziggurat. The Lich is immensely delayed.
Ooh, that is correct. It did happen a couple of times in the past few weeks. Not that it turns into a habit here. Happy. Scout tower isn't up though, and that's floodgates open for skeletons and more coils.
One peasant goes down, second one to follow. Arcane tower destruction here would be a big deal, and the damage is enough. Arcane goes down, and now Happy's gonna try to back up and minimize again the ghoul losses. And this once more was successful. Alright, successful attack by Happy. But still, DK experience not looking too promising thanks to that slow early game. The tech is already underway. Lumber mill coming. And I wonder how many towers Sock is gonna need, because he knows a tier 3 timing will soon be upon him.
Oh yeah, 100%. We have a lumber mill in the works now. Happy picking up the tome even for a little bit more intelligence. Keep is coming. And pressure is rising. But number of footmen also. Not much lumber to spend at the moment, but lots of gold, that's for sure. An additional peasant surround would of course be awesome, but against Unholy Aura, that's pretty much impossible. Water Elemental this time parked to the expansion, but it expired. And so the ghouls can do what they do best, kill peasants.
And that is one more peasant about to fall, and Happy always finds a few. Some in the main, some at the expo. The skellies in the main base also found one more kill there, and that bit does become noticeable over time, and all of a sudden the DK is very close to level 3, but he's not quite there yet.
And Arcane Tower is up. We get one in the main as well, where peasants still have to deal with skeletons, but a footman was parked there as well. Coil perfectly calculated, so the ghoul follow-up gets another kill here. Oh my god. Slowly but steady, the peasant count does matter, but still far away from 3, and the Lich is out now. Good luck defending against Nova now, Sock.
And look at the lumber for Sock. It's looking bad. It's looking real bad. He may have to delay tier 3 for a long time and just stabilize first. Make more towers, get the MK, maybe even make some gyros. His economy is looking to be in trouble.
Lumber mill is up, so the upgrade is coming. That will help, but he's still a tech behind, and Happy is already working on the frenzy and maybe the third hero. No second racks for mass rifles or anything, but we'll see. 150 gold. Man, rarely is a lumber count as important as it is here now.
Yeah, I have seen Sok be able to win these games before when his tier 3 was forced to be delayed. If he could just stabilize on his 2 bases and then, you know, go tier 3 later. That, for example, happened in that last refuge game. But that's a lot of ghouls. That's a lot of ghouls that are scary to deal with.
9 minutes. That's the frenzy timing. And I don't see enough towers to hold against this. But they're coming. Slowly but steady. First guard tower up. This will, of course, cut into lumber again if you have to upgrade them. Is this fortification enough? Ghoul, flood the expansion. And a Dark Ranger is out as well.
Only 1 guard tower. These ghouls are having the time of their lives. Not really getting pressured much. Unlike the Archmage, who's almost going down. To that Coil Nova, needs to run. Needs to be fast with the TP. Oh, baby.
I hope he has a shop up. I really do. There is one at the expo. He's very passive. Lich has a Nova. The range is insane, but the potion is ready for the hold. We have a workshop proxy at the expo, and Happy doesn't want to grind his teeth again against this second base. But there's another target, and that's the main.
Call to arms or mass repair, one of the two will be needed. But with the gyros coming, there's an opportunity maybe to hold this. Destroyer's taking lots of damage. Gonna lose the destroyer to the towers here. There's Gyro. I think he even got the experience.
That would be grand, of course. Guard tower is up. Arcane tower is still there. A 5 supply army down, and the ghouls hurt. On the right-hand side, Lich is in trouble. Arrival of the Mountain King. Always a tiny bit of a power spike, or at least a sign of relief for the human trying to chase the Lich, but moves away just like that. Can he reach? Not really. Gyro's still up, pressuring that Destro. No focus on it. There we go. Archmage stays out of the fight. Too fragile for this. We need to work on gyro numbers. We need to work on the tech timing. Sock's still fighting.
Yeah, he now started the tier 3 now that he's held the first push, and that is a good sign for Sock. But that doesn't mean that the danger is over, because a follow-up attack could still hit. But the first hammerfall has been parried. And Happy gonna back up a bit, creep up a bit more. Of course, there's lots of room for improvement for his heroes, but what he seems to need most is mana. DK's low mana status was a big problem. That's why he really couldn't fight on. And more and more gyros will be coming, and the destroyers will have more and more of a difficult time.
1 gyro scouting, if there's a transition. Love that little move by Sock. It's a tiny thing, and it doesn't require lots of action, but attention. And that's stressful. Hammer falls to the DK. There is no TP anymore, no potion either. Last coil ends up on the destroyer. Now fiends are coming, but they don't have web yet. The anti-air for Sock seems to be enough to threaten the second Destro. Oh, that would be so important. Yep, that floodgate's open for the water elementals, and the fiend gets surrounded as well. Level 2 for the Mountain King.
Nice play by Sock. Beautiful defense. He's still having to deal with very strong, dangerous undead heroes. But he was able to deal with some key units, taking out the destroyers, taking out the fiends. That's a big deal. And he's counting down the seconds for tier 3. When tier 3 finishes and he gets the knights and the pally, that's when perhaps he can get the W here. But he must not get too ahead of himself.
We got Bash. That's not calculatable, really. Footman trying to go to the backline, to the statues, but Happy moves them away. Just the water elemental is there. No dispel, of course. And no kill here. Tier 3, how long? 20 seconds plus. Sock still trying to stabilize. It's looking okay, but he's not out of shallow water yet.
Arcane Tower Burn doing a good job. Dark Ranger losing lots of mana. The Lich is dry already. And again, I must repeat, it's a lot about the mana. The DK is always struggling to have mana. He's got like 1 coil in the tank, but never really more. He can't really commit too heavily. Nice target fire as well. Lots of damage on the statue already. And I would say Sock now looking solid. Lots of gold on him. Tier 3 finishes. Pally and Knights can start production from double racks. And Sock, I think, may even be in a favored position now.
Alright, the total value graph definitely indicates that. Heal potion on the Archmage and Paladin coming. A lot more resistance now for Sock. He wants to force game 7. Wants to make this a long grand final. One of the longest we probably had. More than 1 day to finish this set. Now it's time to grind. Now it's time to level and get that big hammer out.
I would love to also level up the Paladin. If you are pressured on this map, it's not so easy to find creep camps. The next easy camp to go for would be bottom right, Gold Mine. Happy soaking up the middle, lots of experience and good items there. Got a mana stone and getting double level up, triple level up probably from this camp. Sock is by no means out of the woods yet and out of danger. but we all know how potent Knight Gyros can be if they get the numbers.
Mana Stone and Flute. What a drop for Happy in the middle of the map. Couple of skeletons as well. Web is up. Gyro sniped immediately, but no counter expansion. The Echo is running for Sock, but is the clock ticking for him as well? One more defense is necessary.
A strong defensive position here for Sock, fighting through 3 towers. Happy, very aggressive. And also Militia here could help out. Knights are joining in. Storm bolts are flying. Fiends taking lots of damage right away. The Orb of Fire is also there to minimize the healing. And we have a staff. We'll see what key unit that one lands on. Oh, the Destroyer saved on 3 HP. Oh my goodness. But healing reduced thanks to the Orb. Archmage in trouble. It has the potion to be safe. Sock so far is doing this real well.
Okay, Fiend about to fall, Destro about to fall, but everything gets healed up. Another Knight is a little bit of a donation because it chased a tad too far. And the 10th supply lead is still up. This time, no Arcane Tower, no additional damage against skeletons, no mana burn. Next tower about to fall, but Happy is stuck with these destroyers and they don't have mana anymore! Staff out! Paladin safe, but out of the fight for a bit.
Yeah, for quite some time indeed. Unit count isn't quite there yet. Stock supply is still very low. Happy still has a chance to do this right now, but he needs to keep up the pressure. He doesn't want to give free production to the human. Oh, and there's Paladin right there, stuck next to the main. Can't move, can't do nothing.
Oh boy, Knights are starting to fall. More and more gyros. The production never stops. The Mountain King has to be the carry. He has full mana. Sock tried to be conservative and save that mana for the level 2 Stormbolt, but he's not gonna get it. Maybe now. Archmage level 4. Destro falling, finally. And is this where he pushes him back? Another Fiend forces the Coil. Destroyers getting healed by these Water Elementals, obviously. And more gyros are falling. Neck and neck fight. The tug of war continues.
Paladin makes it away from the main just in time. Happy now, super low mana. Used the Mana Stone. Doesn't have that anymore, but it came at a perfect time for more coils. Sock again running, trying to buy time for more production. But Happy's army is so scary right now. He's got the supply lead and he wants to finish this series early.
No flak cannons on the gyros, by the way. That takes out a lot of efficiency from that unit. More Knights. Lumber is an issue again as Peasants are falling. And Sock is getting ready for another hold. Peasants are falling. Here comes Nova. Black Arrow. Skeletons. Happy's throwing everything in the kitchen sink at that second base.
Is it enough gyros? That's the big question. Is it enough gyros? It's only single workshop. That's the big problem. There was never enough lumber for more production for double workshop.
Level 3.
The anti-air. It's always a problem.
He sniped one Fiend. That's one less anti-air unit, and that is level 3 on the Mountain King. Where's the hammer gonna fall? First he has to save the Paladin once again. No more healing, no TP. Nice little ruse by Sock moving out of that base. But oh my god, the skeletons cleaned up the entire peasant line at the expo.
Sock had the time for more gyro production. He's gonna have 8 gyros now, but as you mentioned, no flak cannons. That also costs more lumber. Happy falls back, creeps a bit more. Now we have level 4 in the Dark Ranger. That's triple level 4 heroes. And Happy making up for his lack in mana. Double mana potion on the DK. And the next attack is coming.
Gyros are not in position. They're all scouting in the north if there's a counter expansion, but there isn't. Still almost no mining here. These two peasants will once again be fodder. Gyros made it back. Destroyer, one of them has mana. Happy not willing to fight into the towers.
There's the Stormbolt. That's the first kill. Militia also about to arrive from the main base. That's another decent help for the human. Not the worst engagement for Sock by any means, but the skellies are making things hard. Lots of destroyers in the air. And the gyros starting to disappear.
Oh, but so are the Destros. How quick can you rebuild these gyros? For the first time in a long while, Sock has the supply lead. And of course, there is great sustain on the human. Level 1.5 Paladin pulling back into the safety of the towers. Needs more time for production. Flak cannons. 2/3 done.
Oh, it's going to be a big upgrade. Again, though, the peasants in trouble. Again, they will be sniped. Those could also turn into skeletons. If the blacksmith falls, that halts night production. This building is actually very important.
Yeah. It's also very sturdy, but it's also up in the front. Mana potion used. That was the last one. Lich is a beast with his inventory, by the way, and level 4. Very, very good right clicks. This is the moment of the game. Will Sock crumble under the pressure, or is Happy forced back? Flak cannon's done. This is the engagement.
Stormbolt on the Lich, trying to minimize the damage that comes from him, but the Gyros don't want to overextend, it seems like. Knights in the front line tanking. Lots of damage. 1-1 upgrades on them. Against 0-0 on the Fiends, but of course we have the Flute as well that's helping out.
Oh.
We're starting to drop low.
But so are the gyro numbers, Remo. I have no idea who wins this. It's so close. Happy loses another Fiend. That's one more web being taken away. But Sock needs more time. I would love for him to get a second workshop, but how when you're so short on resources?
Pally.
Staff
Very
must
hurt,
be
very
ready.
hurt.
Potion to stay in the fight, to not use the cooldown on the staff. That was nicely done. Nova. Are the gyros taking over now?
Oh, Destroyers, lots of them about to die, but also the DK gets level 5. The coil now, very strong. Militia coming for the main base again. The Fiends seem to be getting cleaned up. The Knights have finally done it. Stormbolt, another kill. Only one Fiend is left. Very minimal web now available.
Oh, Sock needs healing. Sock needs a little bit of time, but Happy wants that championship right here, right now. Reinforcements are coming from the base, but these Destroyers, man, it's 20 food, and they have no mana. This is very, very little damage for the time being, and only one statue on the ground, but it's also depleted.
New statue comes from the main. That's super valuable. With enough gyros, maybe Sock can win this. Knights are re-engaging, but everything is pretty hurt right here. The gyro number still not looking that impressive. I would love to see a second staff. Oh, there is double staff. There we go. Second staff saves that Knight. Now the staff's nowadays cheaper. But supply is still looking very low. Much lower than Sock would want.
Main base is 1200 gold for Sock, 500 gold for Happy. Oh, this is the last moment. He needs to break this base, then we will end up on no income on both sides.
So I could call to arms, bring the militia, all of them from the main to defend the expansion, but so it looks like he's letting it go. He's letting it fall. The expansion about to drop.
That's huge. That engagement may be a tad too late. Nova ends up on the Pally. The keep is down, or the town hall is down. So is a Fiend. I feel like Sock has to win this now, but how? He's 14 food down. Pally in trouble. There's another Nova. Immediately going for the Vine Shield, and that's the save.
How many gyros do we have left? Taking out one more Destroyers, but we still have lots of Destroyers up in the air. Militia trying to help out as much as they can. Divine Shield is about to end. Happy must be aware.
Oh, where's the staff? There's none! There's the coil! Avada Kedavra! No more Holy Light, no more progress! GG! Happy winning 4 maps in a row against Sock and takes TeD Cup 16.
Damn, that was super close. I mean, Sock almost made that defense work. Beautiful play. Nice back and forth. Congrats again to Happy. Another reverse sweep. Sock came really close to bring us to the last map already. Not quite gold this time for Sock, but a great showing. What a run by him. First time in forever that he made it into the grand final, and a human in general did, and he can be proud of his performance.
Yeah, 100%. Oh man, so sad to see that he had that 2-0 lead, and in the end it's a 4-2, and very, very sad that we don't get Game 7, because this series would have definitely deserved it. Banger of a game. Especially here on Autumn Leaves, but yeah, Happy is back on the throne, and that's definitely a statement for the TP League Grand Finals that are coming up at the end of July.